Welcome to Morrigan's Cottage. Morrigan's Cottage is a 200-year-old cottage set in Ireland's beautiful and wild west. Good morning and welcome back to a cold and wet day at Morrigan's Cottage. We're here in the fields, as you can see, and we're working on a bit of a special project, so just gonna get on with it and gonna get it going. I probably won't set a camera up for the first part just because it's so windy and rainy, but yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Special project. Hello from the future. This is a little voiceover I decided to add in really quickly as I was editing, just to say that the wall repointing and the working on the cottage very much continues in the background, kind of behind this video. Not to worry, this weekend that I was down there was plenty of pointing, and unfortunately you will have to see that. I just wanted to give us all a break from the repointing, and I will talk more later on in this video about what exactly I am working on, but it is such an important thing and it deserved its own video. So don't worry, the house was still being worked on. I know there's lots of work that needs to be done, but sometimes I do have to let myself out of that damp and dusty room to touch some grass and breathe in some fresh air. So we will return to the normal cottage style renovation work that we've been working on, but for today this is a very special video and something super important to kind of the development of the land and, shaping the homestead to what it's going to look like in the future. So I hope you enjoy, and I promise there will not be too much grass cutting. It is the grass cutting is from last year. We're not doing any more grass cutting on video this year. Do you want me to? You want me to throw it? Ready? Careful of my coffee. Mummy won't be in a great mood if she doesn't have her coffee. Good job. Where's your other ball? Hey, I don't like you chewing that one, honey. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome back to Morrigan's Cottage. It is rainy, windy, but it's sunny enough. It is Sunday the 2nd of March. I cannot believe we're in March. It is just... time is just going. But I have been hard at work. It's about 10 o'clock. I've been hard at work since about 8 this morning. Okay. You don't want to go sniff? Go sniff. Go sniff while we can. Go on, go have a look around. She's like, nope. Want to stay with Mama. Okay, you can stay with Mama. Okay. Good girl, go play. We have literally and figuratively secured the bag, and we're on to the next step of our secret mission. We're just back from Castlebar, and yeah, we're on to the next step. So I'm going to get changed into some outside clothes, and then we will get going. Isn't that right? You going to help Mama? We have secured the bag. Here is the bag. Our treats. Got my trees lined up and ready. So I'm gonna get my shovel and get some holes. let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 trees planted on this side of the property. We have 30 to plant, and the rest are all going to go on the other side now. So let's go on over there and get planting over there. But I wanted a few over here. For any that are in really wet ground, they are wet loving trees, and that's why they're going there. Got mud on my face. Okay, we're on the other side. Pond is just there. In the first part of this episode, you would have seen me kind of strimming a little pathway down along here so that we can get our trees planted. But I thought I'd take a minute because I don't think I have really talked about what I'm doing. So, to start at the start, obviously, 4 acres of land. We want to get as many trees planted. It is wet land, so they need trees that are good for helping to soak up some of that wet, because obviously it's wet land. There will be drainage put in to help dry out the land. There's kind of like ditches, like drainage ditches at the moment. We're going to get French drains. We're going to really, over the next, couple of years, take care of the place and get this land, it won't be dry, but as usable and dry. So we're going to have drains. That's all well and good, but we also need a lot of trees, and specifically we need native Irish trees. And there's this great scheme. So it's called Free Trees Ireland. It's on Facebook. They have a website. I will put all the links below. It's a charity that someone set up to basically help get more trees native to Ireland, grown from seed in Ireland, planted in Ireland. So it's an absolutely incredible thing. They do 2 kind of like, giveaway isn't the right word, but the applications, I think November, and then they just did one in February. And you sign up and put your details in, and you hope you get picked and you get some free trees. So I obviously did that. I got selected. That's where we went to Castlebar today to pick up our trees. The collection points that were nearest to me actually were they'd all gone by the time I put my application in, so Castlebar was the closest, and it was about an hour. I think it took an hour and 15 to get there, so it wasn't too bad. So basically the goal is to plant as many native Irish trees as we can, because Ireland used to be this beautiful woodland forested area, and then obviously when people inhabited thousands and thousands of years ago, the natural kind of landscape changed and all of our trees were cut down. So it's really important, especially with climate change and preserving our soil and making sure that farming and agriculture and everything like that is sustainable for the next 5,000 years. It's really important that we get these native Irish trees back in the ground. And unfortunately, a lot of the trees that we have now in Ireland are these kind of fast growing trees for timber. It's all for forestry, and I'm surrounded by them. So all these trees that you see, those are all like for timber production. Basically, they're fast growing trees, and they are absolutely horrendous for the natural habitats of Ireland, for biodiversity, for animals and everything like that. They don't promote biodiversity, and someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but this is what my understanding is that they're just really bad for the environment. They're not, helping the soil or the animals or the little critters that I'm terrified of, the frogs and the bugs and everything else. So that's why this scheme, it's not even a scheme, it's a charity, it's like a volunteer run charity, is so important. So I have 30 trees to plant. We've planted 7 over on that side of the land, because this is the side of the land that I want to focus on this time. Most of the trees, we've got like alder, birch, we have oak, we have Scots pine, everything like that. The alder in particular is really, really good for wet soil. It does really well in wetlands like this. So that got planted a little bit over where the quite wet soil is, just up towards where the garden is going to be. And then we're going to plant it down along here, and that will hopefully help suck up some of the water when they get bigger and stronger. Scots pine and oak don't do as well, I don't think, in wetlands, so they'll be going in the drier. We've got drier sections of land, they're going to be planted there. And yeah, we're just going to plant as many as we can down this stretch of land on our right hand border. The wind primarily does come from this direction, so the goal is once these trees get a bit bigger and they cover more area and they're stronger, they're going to help kind of stop that wind hitting as hard. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm no professional. If you see me do something really wrong, put a comment below, let me know. But I am following the instructions that I was given to plant these successfully. I don't have time today. It's 2:30 already. We're leaving here at 5 to go back up to Dublin. Next weekend when we come down, we're going to have cardboard and bark so we can like get rid of the grass properly around it to give these bare roots a chance to kind of grow successfully. So that'll be a next weekend project, but for today it's just important we get them in the ground because they've been out of the ground long enough. Thankfully it is wet, it's raining, but we've no wind, so we're doing really good. There's a little bit of sun out, so I have all the trees over here behind me, and we have 23 more to go that we need to get planted before 5 o'clock. So let me stop yapping and let me just get to it. But I did want to talk about where I got these trees and why it's so important that this charity is running trees. I think they gave away like 70 or 80,000 trees this time, and about the same maybe the last time. So that's like what, 150,000 trees or something in the ground on people's land, doing what they need to do. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're not getting back up to the house to point that. I've had enough of the inside. I've had enough of the dust. I needed some air. It's a rare nice day, and it happened to be my collection day for the trees. So that's before anyone comments and says, why aren't you in your house? You have so much to do in the house. I know, but we're outside. We need to be outside. So sit back and enjoy me planting these trees, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they take and we get a bit of biodiversity back into this land, because it's pretty bare. We've got nothing going on this land. I will make sure to avoid the electrics, just so you know. I won't plant any trees that will impact on that, because in about 30 or 40 years, when the trees are big and strong, I don't want them blowing over and falling onto the electricity wires. So without further ado, let's get at it. So it is 3:30 at the moment. Sun is out, rain has momentarily stopped, and we have planted 19 of 30 trees, which is brilliant. So 11 more to go. My strimmer is out of battery, which is so annoying. I've been looking for the last few weeks for a petrol strimmer, and I just haven't found one that I'm like, yeah, that's the one. I want one that can do string and the metal blade, and it has to be petrol, because the battery there's just too much to do. So I think the plan for right now is stop, have a bite to eat, a real quick bite to eat. I haven't had anything to eat yet today. Stop, have a quick bite to eat, get everything ready to go, all the car stuff, everything we're bringing back up to Dublin, get that ready and packed into the car. And then once the batteries are ready, I'll go back out, get those last 11 trees planted, and then we'll be good to go. I'd like to leave by 5, 5:30 at a push. Maybe, yeah, actually 5:30 is fine, because it does stay dark or it stays bright until about 6:30. So 5:30 is totally fine. So I actually have 20 trees left to plant. We were obviously lucky and got a few more than 30. So I need to really get planting now. 20 trees to plant in an hour. That sounds totally reasonable, doesn't it? I just almost fell down my little ditch. We've now done, I think, 29 trees. We have 10 more to go. So we've kind of exhausted this side of the property. There is a field down there that's ours as well. But I've actually never been in there. I've never been over there. I don't know how waterlogged it is. So we're going to go back over to the other side where we started. We're going to plant 10 more trees over there, and then we're done. So that'll be 39 native trees in the ground. Ooh, gotta be careful, it's wet here. I don't want to get stuck. Some of the trees we planted. Scots pine over there. Some other Scots pine. And another. It was good land for the Scots pine. And then I think that's either an alder or a birch. I don't know. And I've got another alder or a birch over there. And then there's another one there and over there. I don't know if you can tell. I am shattered, like exhausted. My feet hurt, my back hurts, I'm covered in dirt. But we're done. Oh, my back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts. So I just sat down on my bed. We'll have to bring this home and clean it. Say hi. I'm gonna get changed in some clean clothes. And then we're gonna get going. It's 5:30. Well, it's 25 past. By the time we leave, it'll be just after 5:30. We got a 2.5-hour drive back up to Dublin. God, I'm so tired. We've been up since 7:30, 8. Out the back, doing bits. Then we drove 1:15 to Castlebar, 1:15 back to here. And then we've just spent the rest of the day planting trees. I think it was 39. I'll have to go back out and count, but I think it was 39. Could have been 38. Maybe it was more. Days, good work. Like I said, description will have the link to Free Trees Ireland. So if you're in Ireland, you can learn more about it. Get yourself signed up in November for the next bundle of trees that they do. I'm hoping I'll be accepted as a volunteer. So I'll be able to do like the collection points. So they distribute the trees to volunteers across Ireland, and you try and pick the one that's closest to you to pick your trees up from. There was 2 other ones closer to me than Castlebar, but they were fully out of trees by the time my application went through. But anyway, that's the end of today's episode. She's just like, can we go? Can we go? I'm gonna get changed. We're gonna go. Next time we will get like cardboard and bark to put around all the trees, so we stop the grass growing up around it so that I don't accidentally mow them. But they are down along both sides of the property, so that is where there's nothing going to be kind of going on there, so they should be safe. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're not. I think YouTube said like 47% of people or something like that that watch the videos aren't subscribed, so make sure you subscribe if you're not. And if you want to like and let me know what you think in the comments below, always appreciate it. All right, bye guys.